Well, I've got Jenny Kaplansky here. She is the salt consultant from Salt Therapy, located here in London on Oxford Street. Thank you so much for being here. Now, this is a one-of-a-kind facility, isn't it?
Yes, actually a very unique facility, unique in its kind in Canada.
Okay, so this is the only one in Canada?
Yes.
Okay, so how did a very unique, one-of-a-kind facility like this come about in London?
Well, actually, this kind of therapy has been used since the Middle Ages and practiced in many other countries. So the owners of this facility found this therapy in other countries and decided to bring it to Canada as well.
Okay, so now I understand salt therapy has tons of benefits. So let's maybe go through what salt therapy is and what it can do for us.
Sure. There are 2 salt rooms that are built completely out of salt. Actually, these salt blocks that you see here, and these salt rooms are used for the natural treatment of respiratory conditions. So asthma, allergies, COPD, sinus issues, chronic cough, so on and so forth.
So the idea is, okay, so we're having a look at the salt block right now. So this is a block that the entire room is made out of, or is this on the floor? Tell me what we'll see when we look
both.
at it.
The walls are built completely out of these salt blocks, so this is a smaller salt block. There are bigger ones as well, and it's the same salt crushed on the floor. So it's salt on the walls and on the floor as well.
Okay, so this salt comes from where?
From a mine in Ukraine.
Okay, so I understand when you walk into these rooms, you actually mimic the setting of a mine in Ukraine. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So first of all, this mine in the Ukraine is a hospital where they treat people with respiratory conditions, and they've been doing that there in a hospital setting for 30 years. The salt rooms have been built in a very special way in that they simulate the same microclimate as this mine in Ukraine. So the rooms are built out of the same material, the salt. We control the temperature and the humidity level, and the air circulation in the 2 salt rooms are separate from the rest of the building.
Now I have to comment, we're having a look at the pictures of the wellness center, I guess you would call it. It's just stunning, and you've only been around for a couple months now in London?
Yeah, about 6 months.
Okay, so what this room here is the actual salt room?
Yep, that's the adult salt room.
The adult salt room, and then the other picture was the children's salt room?
Yes.
So this is good for the whole family?
This is good for everybody.
So when you are in this salt room, can I ask, I mean, you've got a couple chairs there. What am I going to do when I'm in this salt room? I mean, do you kick back the recliner? Is there a big flat screen TV for me or anything? What am I doing?
Like you said, yeah, you kick back the recliner. A lot of adults will dim the lights and actually take a nap or read a book or just concentrate on the breathing. And then in the kids' salt room, it's full of games and toys, and the children just play for the hour.
What are some of the research that has come out with salt therapy?
There are many studies that have been done, and actually if you do go to our website, we have a whole list of some of the studies that have been done. Again, in many countries in Eastern Europe, this is conventional medicine, conventional therapy, so this isn't new, it's new to Canada, but it's not a new therapy.
I've never heard of it. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never heard of salt therapy. I mean, myself, I think of salts and as a therapy, you know, have a bath and some Epsom salts. So we'll get into more in just a couple minutes. We've got Jenny Kaplansky here from Salt Therapy. More with her right after this short break. Too long in London, but for those who have used the rooms, what are some of the testimonials? What are you hearing? What's the feedback?
The feedback has been very, very positive. And actually on our website, on the homepage, is a whole list of testimonials from Londoners who are doing the therapy.
I think it's really important to mention, I mean, I'm a mom and, you know, always looking for things that we can do together, and especially anything that's going to be beneficial health-wise. So the whole family, what's the age, what's the youngest you can go in?
4 months.
So from 4 months. Yeah. And is there a cap? Like, can you be at an age where it's not going to benefit you?
No, for any age it can benefit. However, the benefits are the most positive, meaning it can do the most benefit for children under the age of 7, so before the respiratory system is fully developed.
See, what I like about this therapy, and hearing it for the first time, you're not injecting anything.
No.
You're not taking anything.
No.
You're just from everything you say, and people can investigate a little bit more just, to what you're talking about. But you're still not putting a needle, you're not popping anything, it's all natural.
Do you find that's a challenge for you? Because we're so, we've been sold on Western medicine, really. Do you find that that's a challenge for you to kind of take an Eastern way of a therapy and to sell it, really?
Actually not, and I'm surprised by that as well. I think a lot of people in North America are getting a little bit fed up with steroids and antibiotics, and the other things that these steroids and antibiotics cause. When you're taking it for a certain purpose, it might be helping that purpose, but you don't know what else it's causing in the body. And I think people are waking up to that and realizing that it's not the only way to go.
Now, we can't talk too much about dollars and how much it costs, but, is this a membership that I would buy, or is it a one-time thing, and how often should we be going?
There actually is a minimum commitment of 4 for children and 6 for adults. 6 sessions, so coming for 6 hours essentially. It's spread out differently for everybody. The reason why is that because this therapy is 100% natural and 100% non-invasive, it is the complete opposite of a quick fix. And it does require an accumulation of sessions before one knows for themselves if it's working for them. There are memberships, and people with certain conditions would want a membership if they need to come consistently. There are many options for that, and I think people would be very shocked to know what the prices are.
All right. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Check it out.
Yeah, if you want to find out a little bit more, salttherapy.ca is the website. They're on Oxford Street East, and the phone number 519-433-5500.
That's right.